Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you're about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story, except we won't be exploding any dice, though everyone brought dice just in case.
Just in case.
Just
couldn't not.
in case.
For dice.
We are doing a special
So pretty.
session here because we have a special guest. Adam from the Unit Planar Crossroads.
Woo 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 woo!
Greetings and salutations, travelers.
That's awesome. So good.
You've been waiting weeks for that. Thank you for being here, my friend. And he's playing the type of character I always end up asking him to play. You'll see.
When you're good at being bad.
Embrace it.
Stick to what you can do good. Awesome. Well, we'll do shout outs now. Of course, you can support us on Patreon and Locals, and it's a lot of behind the scenes content. We just recorded some. And Adam, where can they find you?
Well, they can all find me basically in the same spots they can find you. We do have our official website landing page, theiopc.com or inaplanarcrossroads.com, but that links you to our different social medias as well as YouTube and Rumble, where we're doing most of our video content releases. And with the way Rumble's working, we might shift most of our uploads to Rumble and then have them mirrored onto YouTube and maybe do it that way. We will see. We'll see what people think about that.
Beautiful. Check them out. See us in Around the Hearth. Currently, we are in a Poctober. We just wrapped that up. So when this comes out, I don't know. We may be in Dark December, but Neolithic November. Check them all out because they're all there. Around the Hearth on Adam's channel, and then we do Force Forge and a live stream where we play in a system based on the discussion on Around the Hearth. It's a lot of fun. And we're getting a lot of cool guests on Around the Hearth. Adam's he's reaching out to everybody. It's awesome.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's great. All right. Enough said. Let's actually do this. Let's dive into the most deific game of BombSquad.
Okay.
And
Wait.
we dive back in. There. Save it for behind the scenes.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
honey.
sorry.
That's the spicy stuff.
Soren.
All right. Ryan will be back. And so we are doing, I'm going to lay a little groundwork for the audience as well. We're doing the meeting of the deities and what the players are seeing when they come in, as most of the gang is going to be the mortal witnesses of these deities in this big meeting that they've called. The Clockmaker has called it officially. Needed a quorum, so he's gotten that. And all deities are compelled to come to this meeting. So mechanically speaking, all the players have a stack of resource points. We're using legend points and then some gems for our special guest. And so they can expend those. We're doing like a diceless system where they can spend that and they succeed if they spend it, but other players can spend against them to cancel out or steal the success. Based on the success levels for different groups here, it's going to determine how things go for Bittersweet, or what's the new acronym?
Quappa Bam.
Quappa Bam.
I don't have a song for Quappa Bam. I have a song for Bittersweet.
We just have to do like a mouth over. Can we just do like a voiceover? Can you see Bittersweet? Quappa Bam.
Yeah, just a really bad.
Really bad. Quappa Bam. And your voice is still going.
Or more like Quappa Bam. In the middle of the song.
I have it written down.
W or U?
No.
Is it just a Q?
It matches not.
He's back. Don't break his arms
Hi,
off.
buddy. So anyways, I was explaining how we're playing it. So they have some points to spend there. They do also have share resource points that they must share with their opponents when the opponents have a really awesome moment. I'm really looking forward to the begrudging shares. And,
I appreciate a good villain.
3 of those,
yes.
right?
Yep. Yeah. So you guys all have 2 of those, and Adam has 3. So of the shares, and then Adam also has some flaw resource points where he can siphon a point out of somebody's pool, not into his pool, just deletes it completely.
So these are 2 shares, and
Wow,
then
we
3
just didn't have
twos.
enough. You have 5
5
resource
personal.
points,
Thank
and
you.
then 2 share.
Oh.
2 share and
Good.
5 resource points. Yep. So again, there's
Better
a lot of
impress me,
different things,
Adam.
but we'll be playing with this, and you can spend it to do a retcon. You can spend it to gain sway over the other deities here if you want. Spend it on RP. Spend it on also the magical things, like we've talked about behind the scenes. But, anyways, let's actually do this. You guys arrive in what is known as the heart of 𝒂𝒐𝒆𝒄𝒂. This is a realm of existence that's the center of this whole universe. And it's this large, expansive field that has the sense of a ring of mountains all the way around it, although no matter how far you travel, you never reach them. It's almost like they're a backdrop to the setting, and they're kind of in the mist. In the center of this field where you're all gathering is this huge rock, or monolith of a rock, jagged and pointing out, and out of it is like blood and water just pouring constantly into this stream that starts to flow and disappears into the mountains way off. And the rock, the closer you get to it, you can hear as it is the beating heart of 𝒂𝒐𝒆𝒄𝒂, which ever pours blood and water and is mingled with the tears of his friends and family when he gave himself up to create the world and make time magic. For those, most of you would know that it was a combination of 𝒂𝒐𝒆𝒄𝒂 and the Clockmaker, as the Clockmaker struck the heart of his friend 3 times to create this thing, to create what we have now, known as the Stream and Anahuet. And this is where you guys gather. There is a code that compels all the deities to come if they are able, and that you cannot attack each other. There's a lot of gray area in there, so hopefully you guys are going to have some fun with that. But there's no direct assaults. There would be consequences if so. And this has only happened 2 times before in the history of the world. So maybe we'll have some fun just to get into the zone, talk, and have each person describe what it looks like as they enter. Because of course every deity has their grandiose kind of entrance representing them. I'll start with the Clockmaker. The Clockmaker, he's not as grandiose, but there's this ticking clock sound and a golden image of a clock with not the normal numbers, but a lot of strange runes around the side, spins, and the 2 hands of the clock get to the 12 o'clock sort of position and open up as if there's a door, and he just kind of steps out. He's like a dwarf-sized looking gnome, and he has this hammer that when he kind of flicks like this, it goes from this little tinkering hammer into a big 2-handed sort of fantasy war hammer. And he kind of walks out and just kind of rests on it, smiling and looking around with Pim Pam as his mortal witness beside him. Who wants to go first?
Thank you.
All right.
So I'm the All-Mother, Adalia. Adalia is going to come in, and it's going to be like bright light flashing in, and it's like the opening of a morning glory are the doors kind of that she's walking through. And then as the doors open, it's like bursts of life. So like vines and flowers and creatures kind of like burst out with her as she walks in.
That's awesome. And Quinn is with her as the mortal
Yes.
witness. The mortal witnesses are not really able to speak. To be in the presence of these deities is actually like a physical weight on you, and it's only by the allowance of the deities that these witnesses can be there. But they're always there. They are meant to take back the story of what happened, which usually is added to the scriptures of each of these deities. So,
I'll go next.
all right,
Yeah.
the next sister.
So I am Marosha, and Idalia's twin sister. And Marosha, I think that she's going to be, she's going to come up through the stream of blood. She's going to be hovering over it, kind of like in a sweeping motion, and it's like there's lots of, it's very reminiscent of the Sea of Stars. It's like a mixture of water, but it's like dark smoke type of thing. So she's hovering over the water, and as she comes up, through the bloodstream, she just says, "I am the white eye that watches. I am the hand of doom." And she just sort of settles at her place. And Aurora is with her, because she is my mortal witness and adopted daughter.
That's awesome.
Are we going around the
I
circle?
think so.
That's a circle now.
Ryan doesn't
Succumb
like
to the circle.
popcorn.
What's that?
Ryan doesn't like popcorn.
No popcorn.
Got it. So we'll have the hunter go. I'm just kidding.
Who invited him?
To your recording session. Oh wait.
Gotta check out behind the scenes to get that one.
Sorry, hon.
I am playing Theron. I am playing the Falcon, and the paladin, or I say one of them, of the dragon himself. Theron is going to come in, and Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. I had this vision of it, but if this can't happen for whatever reason, just let me know. It's
Probably fine with it.
It's this vision of him coming in the just immense Firebird form. Right. And just, he's got the black eyes, and they have the pinprick of fire within them, but he's just in Firebird form. And as he comes sweeping around, he does a big arc around the space. And as he comes, it's the transformation of all of the feathers that are on fire, all of that, his bird-like form essentially burns off, and he goes from flying to walking into his human-like form. He was a human at one point. And so, but he still has the remnants of the feathers going around the face. His face, he still has almost like a Scolari type thing, whereas there's very human aspects of him. He's got the chest, he's on his legs, and he's walking, but all of the feathers just kind of burn off, and he's there in his human form. He's still got some wings on the back and that kind of a thing. But having him, there's the shadow of the flashes of the Falcon in true form. Whenever he'll turn and talk to someone, and there's that glimpse, that flash of it. And with it, and out of the fire after he walks, and there's the fire and the feathers dissipate, and he and Iliad seem to be walking forward. So Iliad was not there, and then all of a sudden there's walking together.
Yeah.
Out of it.
There would definitely be an alien moment where you say, "Whoa,
Yeah. How did we get here? Yeah,
that's awesome.
both pairs of quads are just
there it is.
Quivering.
as they walk. There's a slight mountain that just falls in the distance. The one that we can never reach.
Oh no,
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
You're blowing out the levels. I'm so glad we're finally sitting next to each other.
Marosha can
So
say
exhausted.
that. You're blowing out the levels.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that. That's the connection. Now the Falcon also has quivering quads. Quivering quads. Oh, no. I don't know.
You're welcome, Iliad.
Anyways,
Love this.
that aside, I love it. The one thing I'll note, because it'll come up in a different session altogether, hopefully, is that his fire is red hot.
Yeah.
It's not white like the dragons, because he's a saint. It's
Right.
red hot. At the same time that's happening, right next to him, a lightning bolt out of nowhere just strikes, shaking the ground, and leaves this charred mark of destruction on the ground. And Saint Neri walks out. She is an elf. Those who would know, she was a sea elf at one time, but her skin is now glowing white, as if there's electricity underneath, like she's just flowing with lightning. And she's in full armor, marine type armor, as she was a commander of naval forces. And next to her is the High Seat as her mortal witness. Dressed in his regalia. Yes, a red, younger looking red Drekkie. which of course 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 is familiar with in the scene.
But we only know him as the High Seat. He doesn't have another name that we know of.
Quinn tried,
I tried.
but he does. You deities would know it's 𝒖𝑪😅😅.
Okay, but he's not been. Okay.
No, now it's a side thing. The reason Quinn hasn't been able to find out is he's declared in part of our union, and this would be a contention between St. Neri and the Falcon, is that when you truly become a part of this, you relinquish your identity into this as the new. Our union is about all becoming one as a whole faith. And that's why the Hreinsen go by numbers now, and the High Seat only goes by High Seat. So a lot of people do actually know his name because he's been around for a while, but no one refers to him as his full name anymore. So they are both saints because as no one is exactly sure if the White Dragon will be able to show up. He is compelled, but he could be so far away that he can't come. So as of now, St. Neri and the Falcon represent the two factions of the White Dragon faith. And we're gonna popcorn because you're not here yet.
Oh, okay.
As we skip over,
Okay.
which I find hilarious. Sorry, buddy. But
Well,
You can go pee again.
𝒂𝒂💏 is
should do that.
intentionally going to be just after everybody else because he doesn't know he's coming. So he's going to try to be just after everybody else.
Yes.
So the Wild Hunter would probably.
Yeah, we'd have 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒏 would come splashing out.
I told you he'd be here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒏 would come splashing out of the water, coming out of the stream like Marosha, but much more. It's literally a whale doing that jump dive, and as it splashes and rolls, this humanoid form. He takes a humanoid form, but there's like sand and water rippling that just give him a form, and he has no face. So he's just kind of this bipedal humanoid form. And the Wild Hunter arrives riding on a massive elk, this supernaturally large elk, and jumps down. He's got a half animal form. And there's lots of others that come. There's the Forgotten and the Wanderers. A little Easter egg before we get to our special guest is the mortal witness to the Wild Hunter. Oh man. Hey, do you guys have dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need Kristen and Austin to.
Hey! Hey! What am I rolling?
She was so disappointed, viewers. Go back,
you wanna roll
rewind
one?
like a couple
Try-
seconds.
roll a d6. Let's see who gets the higher.
5.
2.
Oh, okay. A tabby orange catfolk. I'm sorry, Nerissima, with kind of half-lidded, happy look on his face. Sorry, buddy. Comes out
Yeah.
as the mortal witness for the Wild Hunter.
Is it Felix?
No.
Oh, that's what we rolled for. It's from
Oh.
what's his name?
He has the same name as the kid,
Terrence.
right? Terrence.
Oh, Terrence.
Terry?
No, it's your character from Ghost Killers.
Oh!
I mixed up. Felix is with the Wild Hunter.
Yes.
He's with
'Cause-
𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒏. I just blacked out. Thank you.
No, it is
Sorry,
Felix.
It's Felix.
Wait,
So he's
what?
a lion.
So remember from the Kolsch Killers?
Yeah, the puma.
His
like,
Jack
character.
Lion form?
Yes, it's a Jack lion.
So that was from the holiday one
That's
shot.
the holiday one shot.
Yes.
But
Did
you
She
serve
comes out
the
as
hunter?
No, that was me. That was my bad. We didn't
I'm
even roll.
confused.
Your character served 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒏. So as the water
But it was fun.
splashes, the orange
Oh.
tabby cat who did
The
drunken
puma
boxing.
cat. It's like a
The
puma.
puma.
Oh, was it
yeah,
a
you're
puma?
both there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Everybody
mountain
wins.
lion, like drunken boxing.
I don't know. Sorry, I had them mixed up. But
Yeah, yeah.
so
So
yes,
to
Glorious
clarify
Lion.
for the viewers,
I got it in here. I'll find it.
in
If
my
I'm
artwork.
remembering right,
Yeah.
your Felix is this big rotund
He was.
that when
Fluffy.
he walks out, he just
Yeah.
walks out.
Oh yeah, so he could.
That's good.
They give you the he kind of just kind of. He just kind of. What are you doing?
Okay, viewers, we told them no playing around, no doing that.
We tried.
It's all for the sake of the
Oh,
legend
that's
point.
funny.
Sorry.
Yeah,
his
no,
name?
he kind of rotunds out, and then all of a sudden there's this, flash and lights, everything's, and there's this jacked lion instead.
No, really?
Because
Yes.
at the end of it,
Yes.
The baby
the
wizard.
baby's power went into all of them so they could fight the big bad at the end. And he went from Felix the Rotund Professor to the big jacked lion professor. And so
I'm seeing like Dan's face in the sky, Monty Python just crying. Watching.
So if you guys ever do like an animated or kind of like
Oh my gosh.
skit, something like that, Dan does have to do the whole get up.
Yeah,
Up in the
absolutely.
sky.
Yeah.
Monty Python style.
I also get this vision of, remember the baby son from Teletubbies? It's just Ryan's character.
I love
Just
it.
giggling and laughing.
Yes.
It was Matias Delgado.
Yes, Matias Delgado. So that is the mortal witness.
This is why we
for
take notes.
Mukmahara.
The
Sorry, I mixed that up, guys.
It's from March 2021.
Yeah.
Wow.
2021.
That was so many kids ago.
So it's
Yeah, it's not years.
That's where you go.
That's how we
amazing.
count.
That's how we count.
Dates now.
Okay, so
anyways,
Mukmahara, Hunter.
Now that we've had the goofy ones out of the way.
I know.
Sorry, I messed that up, guys, but it was, I had to have those Easter eggs in.
That's awesome.
Everyone is now sitting and waiting, and I think the clockmaker definitely is just tapping his hammer, waiting.
And just about when everybody's the right level of annoyed, because you're a deity, you can be on time.
Well said.
The flow of Diatos' stream, a little catch starts in the blood part of it. And it starts to form up and form a form for 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂. And everybody knows it's him because as he comes, he in his certain way says, I am the black sight of undeath, the crimson passion that denies doom. See, Marosha, I told you it's pretentious, as he comes in leading Valak.
you have no place here anymore.
If I don't have a place, how could I have heard the summon?
You don't deserve a place here anymore.
He would glance at Saint Neri and say, we deserve what we take.
Come and take it then.
Patience, my old mother.
No, that's beautiful. I think in that moment, the clockmaker kind of hits his hammer. Now, the clockmaker is, other than Mukmahara and the clockmaker are the oldest. However, Mukmahara has never been a very active deity in the world. He hits his hammer down. All right, kids, all right. Let's relax. We're here to talk, at least to start. Hold on. That was Nori.
I'm here for it.
Wait a minute. How did he get in here?
Give me Nori. Give me Nori.
Instead of Tyri, it's Nori.
The football arm started to, we're going to retcon
Yeah,
a little bit, and launches Nori just into the void, and Nori just finds himself.
here.
Wait, Pim Pam is
Gnome
with the
Dad,
clockmaker,
Yeah.
not
Gnome
Tyri.
Dad became the clockmaker?
Yeah,
Man.
right. Guys, I had that planned all along. I'm sorry,
I love
guys.
that.
I've got too many voices in my head. Let me find the clockmaker for a second.
Get into the files.
Yep. Wait.
Call it my mind palace.
Yeah.
I think that would be just about right.
That's
Now,
it.
now, children, let us stay focused. We have a discussion at hand. The fabric of our reality is being threatened. None of us can deny that. Something is eating at both land, soul. It seems to threaten even time itself, though it has not reached that far yet. We also have some interesting guests I would like to bring. And he taps, and his clock spins all the way around, and the door opens. And that's when Brick walks in. What do we make of all this? What should be done? Who is the actor in all of this, if any of us? That is what we are here to decide. I think everyone can have their moment to speak. And then we will see how things go from there.
How can he be here?
He represents wherever he came from. Referring to Brick, of course. Whatever he is, wherever he is from, there is no other to represent. And I think all of us cannot deny a certain scent of familiarity. Take that for what you will. I would be curious what all of you think. And he does look at 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 when he says that specifically. But let us give each of us a moment to speak their thoughts, their desires.
I will speak. Though I know Aurora cares very much and has gone to great lengths for this stranger. I cannot deny the timing of his arrival in our world. I cannot deny that the Song of the Stars has been disturbed since he came. I hold fast with my Abaddon and her parents, and what we know of him, he has proved faithful. But I cannot ignore the disturbances and what I have seen.
The earth is crying out. The blight is taking over. Everything is dying and disappearing. Somebody is encroaching where they should not.
There is more darkness and evil in this world. Now, almost more than there ever has been, but it is in shadows. It is being hidden. And yet not hidden. And he looks at St. Neri. Followers of evil are still evil.
She smiles at you. Really, big brother? What is good and evil? If this thing is coming and it is taking, and we cannot stop it, perhaps we deserve to be taken.
But you are not the one being taken.
No.
You are the one taking.
It is our people who are being taken, not being allowed to go to their rightful resting place.
And that is your domain, White Eye. It is not mine. I am not taking them from you. Those who come to us, to the true faith, looking right at the falcon, they come willingly, when they have understood.
Lies. Lies.
Prove it.
Being forced into education is not willing.
And being ripped from their rightful resting place once they pass on into the Sea of Stars is not right either.
Or being gone when their body still remains.
Your followers, they practice evil in the same evil that darkened this world before. They mutilate bodies subvert the stream by becoming undead themselves. Your followers, your union.
But if they are taking from you, they have earned it. And who says that this was not the next step in our progression? I only follow the words of the White Dragon himself, that he has sent. I can do nothing if you do not accept our union. But no, we are not as Nahalik. These are not undead hordes. They are becoming more than they were before. I do not know what is taking your little souls from the Sea of Stars. That is not my problem. I only know what we attempt to do. And if the White Dragon were here, he could speak more to this. We are preparing the way that he may lift it up.
And where is the White Dragon? You do all of this in his name, as representing him. Why is he not here to speak for himself?
I do not know. Although I know it would be, he is too far. So far that perhaps he touches the edge of this world. And if he comes...
An audible scoff. He would do that on purpose. Yes, I am sure he is so far away. So far away. How naive all of you are to think not to look at things. To think and assume that the song of stars goes on and on the same forever.
Speak plainly.
Well, he would say, adjusting his black robes with scarlet and crimson trim and swirls in them over his very thin skeletal body. Everyone is blaming me for all the problems that you're having. And I must say, it is quite a problem for you all. But I just thought you might want to have more discernment, follow a few different paths. Perhaps, and he'd look at Ulkan, see where the real traitors are. But perhaps not. I am not exceptionally worried on what happens to this universe. Its death will not mean the end of me.
Does this mean nothing to you? Where you came from? Who you are? Your very existence itself?
Where I came from was from servitude, slavery to death, slavery to all of those lovely things that you hold to like honor, those things that you hold to as good. I came from those, and I ascended past them, looking at St. Neri. I went on where no one else would. I went further than you all. And while you are bound to this universe, I am not, and have no intention on making your universe last forever.
So you admit, then, that you are responsible?
I didn't say that.
You disrupted our stream, and now you're taking more with you. I see the Gwals come and rip souls from my very fingertips. I see my shepherd incapable of preventing them from being ripped away. If you want to go, go. But leave our stream alone.
I need the stream of souls, you know. Where else would I be able to pluck them from? They're actually easier to get from you than they are to try and pry from Ulkan or someone else.
For someone so above and beyond us, it's interesting that you still need this and you are still compelled to be here.
That is true. I cannot deny that. It is something I'm hoping to someday remedy. But for now, I will continue to adhere to the agreement.
Falcon, there's a tingling in your spine, and you can see that Saint Neri has the same, and she looks up to the sky, and you do as well, as you feel the sense of something you haven't felt in a long time, and a dragon roars.
The dragon roars.
Do the roar.
So, you correct me. A dragon roars, but you don't see anything. And then you just hear breathing in. This inhale, inhale, inhale. And it gets loud, and suddenly it stops. And it's as if you get the sense, like when you step into a recording booth and you're hearing normal sound bouncing off things, and then suddenly there's nothing. Suddenly it feels like there's something pushing in on your ears. And, you know the part in Dune, Villeneuve's Dune, where the Sardaukar just like silently are coming down?
Yeah.
The white dragon just slowly descends in absolute silence. And if you're okay with that, I think he would say, as he's descending, hope is among, truth is mine. I am here.
Saint Neri and the High Seat. The High Seat more falls prone, as if there's a weight he can't even resist, and Saint Neri falls to her knees in a worship pose.
The falcon would do the same. Absolutely. He would turn back into his falcon form.
Oh, nice.
I think there would just be this the wings essentially becoming as vulnerable as possible, just outspreading among them all.
Real quick, everybody gets a legend point because you guys are great.
Ding. Where's the cup? Oh, we're not spending.
I can't throw mine into the cup. So.
You have one more. Legend points are your resource points. So you have one more resource point to spend.
Oh, yes, please.
Marosha will look at the white dragon come and kind of do a mild eye roll, and then just not really move.
I think Adalia will be wide-eyed and just holding back some tears.
Nahazik wouldn't kneel or anything. He would want to experience what's happening. He doesn't care if Valak has to deal with the kneeling, but he would stand and experience that pressure so he could better understand it.
Yeah, and if you don't kneel, Valak won't. You can hold him up, unless Nahazik would enjoy seeing that.
He would make it to where Valak would feel it and know that it was by Nahazik's will that he wasn't made to fall.
You could spend a resource point for a success, and you'd also gain a little knowledge I could give you from that.
I'm doing that. I just got
That's
one.
a ding ding. All right, I've got here. So this side will be 𝒂𝒂💏 successes. Now, of course, if you guys want to block it, you can block it. That's where we begin this. Okay.
I want to,
But he also wants to know.
well, I wouldn't know the information.
No, I mean player what? Ryan's
Austin
talking
does.
meta. Austin wants to know.
Well, I don't think the Falcon would get up from that. The Falcon wouldn't interrupt. I mean, I wouldn't be paying attention to Nahazik. So
anyone else can also, let's see. Well, no, I think Falcon would be the only other one potentially that could spend a resource point to feel something different, to pick up something different.
I mean, I would totally do that.
Okay.
I would absolutely do that.
I kind of wanted to do that too. I want to like ask the dragon questions.
Yeah.
In terms
Well,
of
you can. So then let's have Falcon do that one and wait in the RP, because while you guys are appearing, feel free to think of ways you can spend it and you'll gain something from it. So
I think I will block.
you're gonna try to block. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So as 𝒂𝒂💏, you can spend to get it back if you want.
I don't know what type of information this is
It's gonna be.
It's you experiencing
because I don't know. What I mean is it knowledge about Valak, or am I feeling something different about another deity?
No. It'll be something about the White Dragon specifically.
They're definitely blocking it.
I'll do one more.
Okay.
It's like
remains.
deific poker.
That's the idea. So it's like, again, your legend point wasn't wasted because now he had to spend 2 to get 1 success. So hopefully that's what it feels like.
Okay. I'll stop there. I'm not willing to spend another one, but
Okay. The feeling is one, basically, that he is more powerful than before. He is ascended in some way. I think especially the Falcon would feel that. But 𝒂𝒂💏 gets the idea that, I don't know, and Ryan, you can help me with this. I just thought 𝒂𝒂💏 is seeking how this is being done. And
How the White Dragon got back here?
no, how all this stuff, the unraveling of reality is happening. So I was thinking it's a sense that there's the White Dragon has some answers for that. There's something about what he's speaking, and this, you can pick up a feeling, something from the Song of the Stars almost, in this new entrance.
Is it weaving with the star song, or is it discordant with it?
I would say
very discordant.
yeah, very discordant. I just wanted to clarify, make sure Ryan and I were on the same page.
Would he know, with his spent legend point, would he know that the White Dragon was quoting something rather than speaking
I
it?
love that. Yes, I agree. Yep. It's not, you're not just feeling the weight of the White Dragon. There's the weight of something else.
does the Falcon get all that too?
Yeah.
But I don't know where it's from.
No, you are unfamiliar. 𝒂𝒂💏 has some better guesses because he has some more information. But it's definitely different. This
Right.
isn't the White Dragon you remember in a sense.
All Mother will look over at Quinn when he comes down, and with the tears kind of in her eyes, you know, just to have that moment with him of finally seeing him again.
So at this stage, Saint Neri and the Falcon are just like kneeling before the White Dragon.
Yep.
The White Dragon is going to begin by looking at the All Mother. Sorry, what's her name?
Adalia.
Adalia.
That's okay. He didn't remember either.
Burn!
Like says the wrong one.
It's like a side thing. If it's
Roche, I mean Adalia.
Marosha. Adalia.
man, 𝒂𝒂💏 would be loving that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Enough. He starts by looking at Adalia, and there's a little smile in his eyes. I'm trying to decide if I need to spend something.
Go for it. You're here to disrupt everything.
I think I want to spend one to try to bring Adalia back. To give him the platform for, like, listen to me one more time.
Yeah. That's a success on this side.
So then the white dragon is going to look at Adalia and say, "It is so good to see you again." And then he's going to go to Saint Neri. And he's going to gingerly kneel down and put his hand on her cheek. And
I think it would be, correct me if I'm wrong, but I like the idea that he's still dragon form fully. And it's like the nuzzle,
sure. Yeah.
very intimate.
Sorry, I'll speak in like human terms.
Yeah. That's fine.
And you dragonkin out there can interpret it how you want.
Yeah.
So he's gonna lift her head up and say, "I am so proud of you." And he's gonna turn to the falcon. And he's gonna put his forehead to the falcon's forehead. And he's gonna say, "You have come so far. You need to go farther."
That has always been the plan. That has always been the way.
Grow. To stay the same is to wither.
Yes.
He's gonna like nudge his head up to like lock eyes more. Grow. Embrace and grow.
Marosha's gonna. Oh no.
I'm gonna spend a legend point to I think the observance of it, wanting to know if he's talking about me specifically, or if he's talking about the faith specifically. If there's a way to determine which one he's talking about.
We're going to call a success unless anyone wants to block.
I want to block with the flaw.
Ooh.
I want to block with the flaw of his drive and pride in the Falcon's determination to make him remain fuzzy on what he's meaning, so that there's still a bit of discord between him and Saint Neri.
Okay.
I mean, there will always be discord between me and Saint Neri.
So
Yeah, but so you can spend another if you still want to succeed, but that siphons the legend point.
Right.
Now I'll give you stuff. I'll give you information, but it doesn't count as a success. Yeah.
Can the white dragon spend a point
Yeah.
to block that?
That's my idea.
Let's do that.
So that's beautiful.
Because he would want
Yeah.
He's talking to his son.
It's
like,
good.
This is
And guys, wrap it up. It's not like the flaw is now negated. The flaw still happens. So there's something in you that's been struck.
But is that a
so
success?
imagine as the flaw.
It is a success
So
now.
he's trying to understand, and then as Nahazik, the flaw happens.
Yeah.
He kind of catches Nahazik's eye. And
Sure, there's this moment of eye contact, right? Searching, like I can see you in the distance behind
this
him.
undeath representation.
Right. Well, or all of a sudden my eyes stop locking on the dragon, and all of a sudden look at you for a moment, and there's this moment of confusion. And I don't know, I'd be drawn back to you somehow, whether it's you physically doing it.
I don't know if I really feel like Marosha would just say, Sorry, I was gonna say search your feelings, but that's too on the nose. I'm so sorry. But that's like what I want her to say is like, Theron, be discerning. I'm not sure what is going on here. And maybe that word can help him focus back in on the white dragon.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
And well, I'll have you answer his question too.
What you aim for, what you think is progress, is growth. It's not.
Then what is?
I know he doesn't have a hand, but whatever the equivalent
Yeah, you can have
of a hand would be, like brushing a knuckle against St. Nery's cheek. I can't speak it. You need to find it. Feel it. And Theron, it's already here. It's already happening.
You are still speaking in riddles. Speak plainly. We have been following you and your teachings for thousands of years.
Yes. Yes. But the teaching is just the beginning. You will be with me, no matter what. And he's going to release his forehead. The question is, how? And in what way? As a son? Or as a rebel?
I think the Falcon's becoming, not disgruntled, a bit frustrated. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to, as you lift your head up, the Falcon is going to start to stand along with you. And he's still locked eyes with the dragon. This is the time for you to speak plainly. We are all here. We all have questions. None more than I. Speak plainly.
And Marosha is going to spend a legend point.
Cool.
And she's going to turn. Theron, sister. Something has changed, and something is not as it seems. I am unclear as to what we should do. But I call upon Imlandrin to explain what is happening in the Sea of Stars.
Can I double down?
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh, you're gonna spend 2 on this. All right.
That's 3 on this.
Because after Adalia hears Imlandrin speak to her, I feel like she must feel that there's something different and that she wants to figure out what that is. So she's going to be using magic now to send roots out into the ground and try to root Imlandrin out, like trying to figure out where he is or what has changed, because he's obviously very different. Mm-hmm. So it's these roots of light that you guys can't see, but that's how I imagine it. But it's going to be kind of weaving into finding where he went.
Mm-hmm. Any blocks?
I don't actually want to block. I want to twist a little bit.
Okay.
As he's hearing them start to have their questions, this is the time to bring it up. This is the time to play on their doubt. And he would say, and I'll spend on it if I need to. He wouldn't block them. He would say,
Right.
Yes, Ll𝓮𝓸𝓐. Why don't you tell them where you've been? Or perhaps where I know you haven't been. Why don't you tell them just how far you did or didn't go? Why don't you tell them how you are, of us all, though I am seen as it, the greatest of the traitors? To leave her
Falcon
with a
would-
bastard son. To leave and go to her who would reject you. And to fly away in your cowardice. And so that's what he'd say.
Very nice.
The Falcon would definitely flame at that. In everything that he just said was, even knowing his relationship with Quinn, sensing that there's deception in that. He's angry that 𝑛ahZik interrupted.
And called him a traitor.
Right, and there's still hope, there's still faith, there's still that. It's not doubt. He's not doubtful of the dragon. He's seeking clarity from the dragon.
Okay.
Right?
So clarification: Are you spent?
Yes.
Are you spending to gain a success or to block his success?
To block his.
Okay.
And his to be able to pull everyone back into the conversation of we are all here. We are all here to be able to hear what you have to say. And it's the drawing of the other deities too, trying to get them onto the side of us essentially, right? Of speak for yourself.
Yeah. And I would say,
so-
especially with and I assume you'll have a counter offer,
Yeah.
but Wukong, which I forgot to introduce, he's the Lord of the Underworld, you
Right.
know, and stuff. He is most intrigued by what 𝑛ahZik is starting to say, and his eyes go all black with like a fire in the center, and he's looking right at the white dragon, and he starts to smile.
So I will spend another
Spend back
point.
to get the success. Okay.
And I'll say, ask Ll𝒏𝒏 if you doubt me, flaming chicken.
You forget yourself.
I know myself. You are a glorified bird of prey
And you are a dust in the wind.
that comes and chokes the life out of those who oppose me.
So you admit then it is your fault.
I am no flame. Flame is not dignified. It is
That has nothing to do with anything.
Enough. 𝑛ahZik, what you have said is true. But let the dragon speak for himself now.
Ll𝒏𝒏 can tell you. He sees deception. He sees and gets the souls of traitors.
Then let 𝒏𝒏𝒏 speak.
I see the mark. This is with the success. The mark of the betrayer is on you, white dragon. I would find you quite the meal. Who would deny me a traitor, as I am already being denied?
Denied who?
Whatever it is that is stealing these souls steals betrayers, steals my right.
You've already heard who it was. He takes them from the stream. It is him.
Yes.
This is what 𝑛ahZik wants. We're arguing with each other. I am burdened just as much as 𝒏𝒏𝒏 is by these souls being ripped from the stream.
But I may lay claim to him.
And if he is guilty, you may lay claim.
𝑛ahZik will smile and sit back now.
The white dragon will just be staring off into the distant mountains. Almost as if he's bored by this.
I do want to what Idalia is seeing by the magical reach as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I wanted to make sure we got
And
that.
the white dragon specifically wouldn't block that.
Cool.
Total, go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As you're reaching in, explain to me again what you're looking for.
Well, he's changed. So she's trying to, kind of using a prescience thing, trying to figure out what has changed and the source, kind
Yeah,
of.
okay.
Yeah. So shining light into the darkness kind of idea,
Yes.
looking around.
You were having a thought.
Can
Thank you.
Can the white dragon just kind of monologue a little bit while that's happening,
Yeah.
as if embracing it?
Yeah, go for it.
Um,
Because then that might help me with the imagery.
Hope is among the truth I have seen. He's gonna look at Darren and Marosha. I have truth that cannot be spoken. Words you cannot hear. And he's gonna look at Allmother. There's so much that I have to share. And then he's gonna look back at Marosha. It would be cool to share with only one. I love you, Dan. This is so weird.
I didn't tell him to say that. It's just fine.
It's okay. Our real husbands are right.
Yeah.
I can't touch Will.
Yeah.
It's so good, though.
It's okay. Marosha don't like you. That's fine.
He's also not just talking about you two. But,
Sorry.
Yeah.
There was one more thing.
Yeah.
If you want to do Allmother's thing first, there was one more thing that the White Dragon wanted to say to Ukon, but it can be
okay,
separate.
sure. That'll follow up nicely with this. So, as you're reaching and he's saying these words, you're reaching in to, and when you two were together before, you were able to always see within him and stuff, and you see that there's so little left of what you remember, and there's something within him. It almost reminds you of 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 in a way, this idea of being outside and beyond. And it reminds you, because you're also trying to actively search for that part of 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂's soul that he has set outside the stream. It's giving you that same feeling that you've been seeking out, and you feel like there's a connection. The White Dragon is more of a funnel or a pathway now.
Because we spent our points around the same time,
Yep.
can I see a little bit of that or speak into a little bit of that?
She could feed that to
Yeah,
you.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just
for
feel
sure.
like she's gonna... Sister, I sense something here. I cannot define it, but I have felt this before. Then she'll look at Aurora and she'll say, when I tried to heal that thing that you brought into the Sea of Stars, I felt, sister, she had very little left of who she was, and there was something else occupying everything. Brick's friend, B. She was a shell. If you do not see the Imlandran that you knew, I cannot say, but I have only felt this one time before, and it was with her. We tried to heal her, and it did not work. The tools did not even work.
Imlandran is not here anymore.
You gotta spend a point to hear it.
To hear it?
I'm spending a point
Yeah,
on
I
it.
figured you would.
Oh, man.
We must be wise. For the first time in many moons, we are united.
Yes.
And we must remain united. He is deceiving. Us, Theron, Neri.
You left, and the world is dying. It happened when you left.
Real quick pause. Sorry, guys. Couple things. I want to hear what everybody has to say, so hold it in your brains. And 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂, this is starting. You feel a shift in power. That's all you get. You want more, you'll have to spend resource points. A shifting is happening. All right. We'll get to that. We'll get to the block in a little bit, because first we have to say this has been another fantastic episode of BombSquad and Amity Studios production. Do you give us a license?
I seriously didn't. I thought we were just doing one like straight through. I didn't know
I'm
we were
sorry.
doing
Hit the
episodes.
notification bell to follow the adventure. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing force known as Amity Studios by joining our locals Patreon community. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, but also gain access to bonus content, as well as a
Trying to
private
revive the
Discord.
chicken, see?
where you can
Yeah,
chat
I
with
do
us, play
believe that
games,
was really
I do.
watch movies, and so much more. We're going to be doing Over the Garden Wall with Adam and his fam in person. So join us for that. We do that every Halloween. And
That already happened, but
Yes.
wish you were there.
Yes, wish you were there by the time you're watching this. We'll be doing it again next year. So, and get access to the behind the scenes that'll happen in just a second by joining our thing. And of course, Adam, where can everyone find and support you?
Well, they can check out the Inn of Planar Crossroads.com or theiopc.com to find all of our social media links and where to find us on the different places where you can do videos. We have videos we kind of try to mirror on YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Hold everything in your heads, because we're going to go right into it. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.